I will go live and just yeah. Yes, we are live. Hello everyone. Good afternoon,
Hi.
good evening, good morning, wherever you are watching from. This is Mohak Padia, substituting for Bijit Tushar right now. So, and we have a amazing guest here today. As you can see from the title, we are going to discuss the superb life of Miss Pooja Punjabi. She is the voice of Naruto, Chota Bheem, and many other loved characters all across the world. And we are going to discuss the secrets of living a full life. Full life being F standing for fearless, U standing for unstoppable, L standing for limitless, and the other L standing for love, which we all aspire to have. So everyone give a huge round of applause to Miss Pooja. So Miss Pooja, I'm very happy to have you here. And all of our students, especially, people of our age, really are into this anime world. This anime, Chota Bheem. To obviously every child has seen that show, and to have you here is really a rare and a special opportunity for us to know how things work in speaking and how to bring characters to life. How does that come into your life, and how does one come across such a field?
Yes, so first of all, thank you very much. It was very kind of Vijiji to have me on board and make me have this interaction with these young and vibrant people who have aspirations in different fields and directions. And it's nice to be around such people. So, first of all, thank you. And yes, I have a couple of characters which are pretty iconic to my credit. Chota Bheem being one of them. But one addition, I used to be voice of Chota Bheem, not anymore. But Naruto is still me. And there are other characters which I think you must have looked me up और आपको पता चला होगा.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, your question about living a full life or discovery of a profession like this. See, today in the day of social media, a lot of things are out in the open, but still, unlike any other creative profession, this is still very underground. For example, अगर आपको एक्टर बनना है तो आपको पता है कि अपना पोर्टफोलियो लेके कहाँ कहाँ जाना है, कहाँ
हाँ,
कहाँ सबमिट करना है, स्टेज पर जाना है, अपने मोनोलॉग्स आईने के सामने रिहर्स करने हैं, एंड देयर इज समथिंग दैट यू प्रिपेयर एंड रिहर्स एंड यू नो देयर इज अ सर्टेन पाथवे डिसाइडेड. अगर आपको सिर्फ वॉइस आर्टिस्ट बनना है, a lot of people are confused where to go, who to ask, what to do, कैसे करते हैं, एंट्री कैसे मिलती है. um, so yeah, it is a very underground industry, and when I started back in 2009, it was even more into the dark to discover and find my way in it, especially for somebody who was not was born and raised in Ulhasnagar in a Sindhi family. That my entire khandan is into real estate. जिसको मैं क्या करती हूँ आज भी पता नहीं. उनको लगता है शूटिंग पे जा रही है, गाना गाती है, लेकिन नहीं. तो उस टाइम पे ये सब डिस्कवर करना was again a very big journey. But I will tell you one thing that when I was pursuing my BMN and academically I specialize in advertising. That is when I discovered कि voicing could be a full time profession. उससे पहले voicing कुछ होता है ये पता तक नहीं था. रेडियो पता था, रेडियो जॉकिंग पता था, आकाशवाणी, विविध भारती सब बचपन से
yes,
सुनते आ रहे थे. लेकिन एनिमेशन भी हम बचपन में देखते थे, पर वो उसके लिए वॉइसिंग लगती है, ये कैसे होता है, कुछ आइडिया नहीं था.
correct.
सो जब पढ़ाई की तब पता चला कि ये कुछ होता है. दैट इज व्हेन आई डिसाइडेड कि यही करना है. दिस एंड a fun fact or a little trivia, people use voicing as their stepping stone mostly sometimes because
Hmm,
कि बम्बई आ तो गए हैं, स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, एक्टर बनना है, डायरेक्टर बनना है, राइटर बनना है, पर जब तक वो
correct.
चीज फिगर आउट नहीं होती तब तक चलो ये कर लेते हैं.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
सो मच सो कि आप अगर वॉइसिंग में सक्सेसफुल हो भी जाते हैं, पीपल कम एंड आस्क यू इंक्लूडिंग मी कि अरे अभी माइक के सामने तो बहुत हो गया ना, अपने स्क्रीन पर कब देख रहे हैं. एज इफ स्क्रीन पर आना इज द नेचुरल प्रोग्रेशन.
Correct.
तो जब मुझसे ये सवाल किया जाता था, मैं हमेशा कहती थी कि मुझे नहीं आना स्क्रीन पर। आपके लिए ये पिट स्टॉप हो सकता है, पर मेरे लिए यही फाइनल डेस्टिनेशन है। दिस इज वेयर आई वांट टू बी, एंड दिस इज अ कॉन्शियस चॉइस आई एम मेकिंग। सो अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर हियर कि मैं कुछ और कर रहा था, ये होते होते मैं वॉइसिंग करने लग गया। फॉर मी इट वाज नॉट अ मैटर ऑफ बाय चांस, इट वाज मैटर ऑफ बाय चॉइस। I have chosen this career. I have worked hard to be where I am at, to work, um, to improve on not just the art but also the craft of it. So yeah, this is this is the reality.
This is oh my God, just let me okay. This is something so beautiful and so amazing that you have said. And I'm really happy to listen to someone like you right now. You know why? Because you said something like, no, this is what I want. You know, just few words means I don't want anything more. I am happy. I enjoy being a voice. It is not like I even if the world, goes haywire or something like that. This is what I want to do. No matter
So
what.
more,
Yeah.
yeah. Even at a very young age, when I was barely fresh out of college and I was still figuring things out for myself, practically at a stage where most of these guys are, जो अभी
Yes.
tuned in हैं. One thing I knew that even if I don't know what I want, I was pretty sure about the things which I don't want.
Correct.
बिकॉज एक गोल सेट करने के बाद गोल की तरफ बढ़ने के लिए, गोल की तरफ बढ़ते रहना मुश्किल नहीं होता. You know what the real fight is? The
What?
real fight is to constantly keep resisting the temptations that come your way.
Yes.
मेरा ये गोल है, मैं उसकी तरफ बढ़ता रहूंगा, लेकिन
Correct.
कहीं डाइग्रेस नहीं होना है, कहीं एक्टिंग करके देखूं क्या, स्क्रिप्टिंग करके देखूं क्या. ये टेम्पटेशंस है जो आपको अपने गोल से भटकाएंगे. एंड इफ यू स्ट्रेच योर सेल्फ थिनली, द जर्नी, द the goal will go far and far and far away. I
Wow.
always see this कि यार अर्जुन को ना सिर्फ मछली की आंख दिखनी चाहिए.
Yes. Correct. 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 Amazing, amazing. So before we start off with the questions from our students here, I would personally like to ask you a question, which is so in my mind, as you give me that idea, a kid from Ulhasnagar who did not know anything about voice acting, her whole family is in, real estate and stuff like that. I understand you took it as a job. How do you explain it to your parents that I want to do something of that this is like,
I think my rebel started even before I took this up as a full-time thing, because when I wanted to switch from commerce to BMM back in the day, जब किसी को उसका full form तक पता नहीं था,
hmm.
हम इतने लुटे पिटे थे कि हमको हमारा कोई क्लासरूम नहीं था, हमको हमारी कोई टीचर्स नहीं थे, सारे ही फैकल्टी मेंबर्स विजिटिंग थे. अब और उस वक्त जब मुझे बीएमएम करना था, बीएमएस का बहुत बड़ा हुआ चल रहा था. फलाना का बेटा बीएमएस कर रहा है, फलाने की बेटी बीएमएस कर रही है. तो जस्ट पुट अप अ फाइट, टेक अ स्टैंड, बेयरली 16 कि मुझे बीएमएस नहीं, मुझे बीएमएम करना है. क्या होता है ये, किसको पता है? किसी को नहीं पता है. एंड इनफैक्ट जब हमने बीएमएम चूज किया था, तब बीएमएम को शुरू हुए ही तीसरा साल था. सो इवन द फर्स्ट बैच वाज स्टिल इन द थर्ड ईयर. इवन दे डिड
Uh,
नॉट, they were not passed or graduated, so we were not even sure if there are any takers in the market.
correct,
जो
correct.
भी है, अब ये है तो यही है, अब इससे ही निभानी है मुझको, जो भी ये मुझे करे. सो वो निभा ली हमने. when I was in my college, as I said, I specialize in advertising because advertising is something I absolutely love. Even as a kid, when I did not understand कि जी श्रीदेवी बाथटब में लक्स साबुन लगा रही है, I would look at her like ये क्या है. So this is how drawn I was toward advertising, because the art कि मुझे 30 सेकेंड में अपनी बात बतानी है और इतनी कन्विंसिंग तरीके से बतानी है that you feel compelled कि मैं अभी जाऊं ये साबुन लेकर आऊं.
Correct.
So I was drawn towards something कि ये क्या है, ये कितना जादुई है. So yeah, I was drawn towards that psychoanalysis वाला जो उनका ट्रिगर रहता है. बाकी मुझे यही करना था, मैंने यही सोचा था कि मैं यही करूंगी. बट बीएमएम लड़ाई मेरी बीएमएम से शुरू हुई, और उसके बाद कॉलेज पूरा करने के बाद आई डिड briefly some corporate job. I made enough funds कि मैं before I jump into a very uncertain and volatile field, at least I should get मेरे पास पैसे हैं तो मैंने वो भी किया. वो जब फाउंडेशन हो गया तो see, my parents had no idea of what I do, absolutely no clue. And I also understand the resistance came from uh, where a lot of parental insecurity कि हमारी बेटी कहाँ जा रही है, किससे मिल रही है, कौन है ये लोग. बिकॉज स्टूडियोज ना, अनलाइक योर लैविश ऑफिसेज जिसके बाहर बहुत बड़ा बोर्ड लिखा होता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. कई स्टूडियो छोटी छोटी जगहों
Correct.
में, गलियों में, रेसिडेंशियल कॉम्प्लेक्सेस में, कौन सी बिल्डिंग के कौन से फ्लैट में तुमको बुलाया है, क्यों बुलाया है,
Yes, yes, yes.
तो हमारी बच्ची यहाँ से निकल कर बोरीवली जा रही है तो वहां कौन है उसका.
Mm-hmm.
And see, even if it's a creative job, Mohawk, unlike other creative jobs, there is nothing collaborative in that nature. आप अपने उस आर्टिस्ट बूथ में अकेले होते हैं बिकॉज एक टाइम पे एक ही आर्टिस्ट माइक के सामने डब करता है.
Correct.
सो दिस सेंस ऑफ इनसिक्योरिटी, द रेजिस्टेंस केम फ्रॉम देयर कि नहीं यार, कहाँ, कैसे, क्यों, क्या. और पैसे नहीं दिए तो, पैसे खा गए तो, इस इंडस्ट्री के बारे में तो बहुत कुछ सुना है, और
Yes.
तुम्हारी आवाज पे अगर जोर पड़ने लगा तो कहीं कुछ प्रॉब्लम ना हो जाए. तो तो ये होता है ना, वो एज का एक एडवांटेज होता है. यू डोंट नो इनफ, यू आर सो अनअवेयर दैट यू आर इग्नोरेंट अबाउट ऑल दीज फियर्स.
Correct,
यू
correct.
हैव अगेन विद फोटो का फाइट कि ये लॉजिक भी अगर लगा रहे तो भी मुझे लड़ाई करनी है, क्योंकि मेरा वो एज है, मैं अभी नहीं लड़ूंगा तो कब लड़ूंगा. तो मैं बोला,
Yes.
मैं लड़ू जो होगा देख लेंगे.
Very nice. So that I think that fearless and unstoppable was always was there from the
हाँ, वो
beginning.
एज पे आ जाता है. लाइक माई आई विल फियर, आई विल थिंक लाइक हाउ माई मदर वाज थिंकिंग बैक इन दैट डे. तो हाँ, अभी बुढ़े हो गए.
No. Okay, then great. We'll just start off with the questions. I think we can start off with Akshara. Akshara, would you like to start off? Yes, great.
My question to you is, ma'am, that when you started your dubbing, what was your experience? Matlab, how did you react to it when you got to know that you can dub different voices?
No, see, when this is one job, Akshara, that you don't even know your potential even before you've started. माइक के सामने करते 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 आप अपना पोटेंशियल डिस्कवर करते हैं. ये गाड़ी चलाने जैसा नहीं है कि गियर वन में ऐसे चलेगी, गियर टू में ऐसे चलेगी. एक ही टेम्पलेट है जो सब पे काम करेगा. आपको अपनी रेंज खुद पता चलती है, क्योंकि हर रोज या कई बार दिन में कई बार अलग अलग प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आज सुबह मैंने एक एनीमे किया, फिर मैंने एक के ड्रामा किया, उसके बाद मैंने कोई एक हॉरर मूवी कर दी. तो मुझे पता ही नहीं है कि, और फोन आता है कि हेलो फलाना दिन को आपके 3 घंटे चाहिए. हमें नहीं बताते कि कौन सा प्रोजेक्ट है, कौन सी कास्टिंग है, वो कैरेक्टर कितना इंटेंस है. अब वो हंसता है, रोता है, किडनैप हो रहा है, रोलर कोस्टर राइड पे है, या उसके साथ कुछ बहुत ही इंटेंस घटना होती है. नन ऑफ दिस इज एक्सप्लेन टू अस. यू जस्ट वॉक इन एंड यू सी कि अरे ये सीन यहाँ से यहाँ डेवलप हो रहा है, इस पूरी सीन का ग्राफ ये है, एंड यू इन दैट स्पर ऑफ मोमेंट यू डू योर परफॉर्मेंस. तो आप अगर पूछ रहे हैं कि मेरा क्या रिएक्शन था, जीरो रिएक्शन. इनफैक्ट मेरी आवाज जब माइक के सामने में जाके तथा फफा करती थी तो लोगों के रिएक्शन आते कि क्या इसको माइक टेस्ट करना भी नहीं आता.
Very good. Now, my next question is that out of the cartoons you have dubbed, which one is your most favorite? मतलब कौन सा को ज़्यादा पसंद है?
मुझे करंट फेवरेट इज नारुतो.
Nice choice. Thank you.
Ma'am, you have mute.
Hello, hello. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Hi, how are you? And I'm so
Very well.
sorry. It was
No
like,
problem.
waiting for your life. Then I had to do all sorts of
We had a fun
shades over
interaction
here
with
with you. Yeah.
all of them. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I listened to part of your story when you were, sharing it with Mohawk on the way. Like, I was on a bike and I was saying, come on, I have to reach. So we were with so much speed. And the fact that you are unstoppable, that's one thing that I can say. Because especially when, your parents don't agree, they don't know about what you're doing. ऐसे ही time pass करती है. This is the kind of, messages that you hear. And then you have to, forget about convincing them. They're not even understanding what you do, right? So वहां पे कोई एक स्टेज पे ऐसा लगा था कि लाइक आई मीन कॉन्फिडेंस लूज हुआ कि मैं पेरेंट्स आर ओनली नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट तभी ऐसा कुछ हुआ क्या और हुआ तो कैसे किया?
No, of course, my father, because I said कि he's from real estate, but I was trying to explain कि पापा ऐसे होता है तो तुमको रोज जाना पड़ेगा. नहीं पापा, जब रिक्वायरमेंट होगी तो वो पहले फोन करेंगे, फिर अगले दिन हमें जाना पड़ेगा, ये वो ऐसे ऐसे. आई वाज ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन कि पापा वो तो फिर पेमेंट कैसे होती है, मंथली होती है सैलरी की तरह? नहीं नहीं, वो जितने एपिसोड होते हैं उसके हिसाब से होता है. आई वाज ट्राइंग टू मेक हिम अंडरस्टैंड कि ये कैसे प्रोजेक्ट टू प्रोजेक्ट, केस टू केस वाला इंडस्ट्री का स्ट्रक्चर है. एंड हिज क्लोजेस्ट एग्जाम्पल वाज कि वो अच्छा जो नाके पे मजदूर रुकते हैं वैसा काम है क्या तेरा? बिकॉज ही इज फ्रॉम रियल एस्टेट. एंड द क्लोजेस्ट एग्जाम्पल, एंड बैक देन आई वाज डीपली हर्ट कि मैं जो ये कर रही हूँ, हाउ कैन दिस बी इक्वेटेड विद नाके का मजदूर? बैक देन आई वाज हर्ट, बट नाउ आई फॉरगिव हिम बिकॉज उनका अंडरस्टैंडिंग ही नहीं था. दिस वाज द क्लोजेस्ट एनालॉजी ही कुड ब्रिंग. तो जैसा आपने कहा कि फिर मैंने उनको ज्यादा ओवर एक्सप्लेन करना छोड़ दिया बिकॉज मुझे मालूम है कि वो बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ही नहीं है. एंड आई थिंक द बिगेस्ट क्या कह सकते हैं प्रूफ ऑफ हाउ मच यू वांटेड, हाउ मच पैशन यू हैव, तुम कितने सक्सेसफुल होते हो, वाज नॉट इवन इन माय माइंड. मुझे ये कितना पसंद है, मैं इसको कितना डिवोशन के साथ करती हूँ, मुझे बस ये प्रूव करना था. और मैंने कहा वो मेरा काम बताएगा. तो जिस दिन मेरी डब की हुई सीरीज दिवाली के दिन हम दिए लगा रहे थे और मैंने कहा मम्मी 2 मिनट दिए लगाना बंद करके वो देखोगी क्या? आज सुबह जो मैंने डब किया है ना, वो अर्जेंट था इसलिए कि मैं दिवाली के दिन इसलिए गई थी जिस पर तुम खफा हो गई थी, वो इसलिए क्योंकि आज उसका टेलीकास्ट देखो वो चल रहा है. और वो दिए जलाते जलाते रुकी और सुनती रह गई कि तेरी आवाज है. मैंने कहा हाँ मम्मी.
ये तो है.
अच्छा करती है तू. एंड शी सेड अच्छा करती है तू. एंड दैट्स इट. एंड शी कैरीड ऑन विद दिया प्लेसमेंट एंड ऑल द डेकोरेशन. एंड दैट वाज अ विन. दैट वाज अ विन. इट टुक मी सम टाइम टू ब्रिंग देम अराउंड, लेकिन इतना मुझे समझ आ गया कि बातों से ये नहीं होगा. जब तक उनके पास कुछ है नहीं देखने के लिए, समझने के लिए, इनकी समझ के बाहर है. एंड दैट्स ओके. दैट्स ओके. आप उनको समझाने के पीछे मत जाइए. आप इस बात से दुखी मत होइए कि वो समझ नहीं रहे. उनकी समझ से बाहर है, इस बात को स्वीकार लो. आपका काम अगर अच्छा है तो उनके पल्ले पड़ ही जाए. They mean the best for you. इतना समझ लो. They are not your enemies. They love you. They may end up saying things which you find कि यार ये hurtful है, थोड़ा mean था. That's okay. आपने भी बहुत सारी mean चीजें उनको बोली होंगी.
So I remember, it is not their fault as you are saying, because they have an identity about you. So आप छोटी बच्ची हो उनकी, आप हमेशा छोटी बच्ची ही रहोगी. But to see her as a celebrity, to see her as somebody who's got so much of talent and the world is appreciating, it's very difficult for them until you are seen in the newspapers and they come to see from outside and people say, अरे पूजा बहुत अच्छा काम करती है. तो तब तक उनकी आइडेंटिटी शिफ्ट है ना नहीं होती है. बट एक बार जब
Absolutely agreed, but I want to add one thing here. Okay, see, my profession gave me a scope of being popular. So even if somebody is choosing a field जो उनके पेरेंट नहीं समझते हैं, and popularity is not necessarily guaranteed, it's okay. Because उनके लिए ये जानना अच्छा है कि तुम जो भी कर रहे हो उसका वैलिडेशन पब्लिकली अगर नहीं भी आया,
Hmm.
They will get it. Your work will be the answer, not the popularity, not the media coverage necessarily.
Superb. So here Pooja says that whatever you're passionate about, just go for it, and you will one day make your mark in this world as she has made. So Pooja, if I could ask you, how much more time do you have? Because I know
I can
the
take one last question because I quickly have to rush somewhere and be somewhere at 8.
all right. So maybe we can have another round with you when everybody will be there and we get some more time with you. So one last question I would like to ask you is, see, everybody must have asked you about your, profession and all that. And one thing I want to ask you is about life and about love. So, as I know you are also a Rumi fan, just as I am. So, here there's a quote which says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. So, what this is his view about love. He said, you don't have to seek love, love will come to you. So, yeah, for you, what is your concept or what is your idea about love?
My idea about love is to not tap out when things go difficult. My
Hmm.
idea of love is to stay. I've seen my parents live a life through thick, through thin, through personal, professional, financial, emotional, social pressures. Things go difficult. But what kept the shit together? They stayed. Every day is not pink and rosy. Every day will not sound like a roomy couplet. Every day will not be a romantic movie. Every day is Monday to
Yes.
find love. And when I'm saying love, I don't really want to tie down the idea of love to just a romantic relationship. Your love for your work, your love for your hobby, your love for your parents, your love for yourself
True.
can get difficult, will go through patches. It is going to be wavy. Just stay, bear with it, fight another day. It is not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
So in your head, probably you're creating a scenario कि a panic button is getting hit. पता नहीं जो भी है आपका, but
The
it's not
worst
as
case
bad as
scenario.
you. Yeah, it's not as bad as you think. So it's okay. Just carry on. सब ठीक ही है. इतना बुरा नहीं है जितना सोच सोच के आपने उसको मैग्नीफाई करके रखा है. So calm down. That is my idea of love. कि
So love is for staying together through the thick and thin.
not yeah, and do not mistake this कि आप किसी टॉक्सिक रिलेशनशिप में हैं, तो भी आप ले जा रहे हैं, आपका बॉस भी बिल्कुल बेकार है, आपको तो बोले नहीं नहीं आई एम कमिटेड, नो. बी वाइज इनफ टू आइडेंटिफाई कि कौन बदमाश है और कौन अच्छा है, एंड चूज वाइजली. बट वंस यू आइडेंटिफाइड कि ये है, stay. Don't tap out. Don't tap out easily. Just stay.
Superb. I'm so glad to have had you here and for whatever little time. Maybe that is what was destined. So definitely we need to have an episode 2 whenever you are free. And आपको
Sure.
जाने तो नहीं दूंगी. आपकी जो आवाजों की क्वालिटी है, आवाज
Oh
की
God.
वैरायटी है, उससे हम आज का सेशन कंक्लूड करेंगे.
Oh, superb. So, popular opinion, I think, is currently Wave of Naruto. And
Yes.
अभी एक फिल्म आ रही है जो मैंने recently डब की है. It's called The Land of Snow. So he's on
Okay.
some adventure where he goes and saves a princess. So this is my struggle. I always forget the dialogue.
Ah, that's fine. I mean, you can say about anything, that could relate to life, anything that comes to you naturally at this moment.
Yeah.
It's
So
fine.
there's one dialogue I remember वो promo में भी है कि आप फिक्र मत कीजिए प्रिंसेस टेल, मैं आपको बचाने आ गया हूँ.
सो प्रिंसेस और जो भी प्रिंस है आप ध्यान में रखिए मैं आपको बचाने आया हूं या आई हूं वो आप खुद ही है सो बी योर ओन रेस्क्यू and I'm so happy that you came in at a short notice
and gave us the privilege of listening to you and your story. We're really inspired. I would like any one of you from here to say a few words. Nolan has already shown a lot of love. Any one of you who would like to just say a few words? Priyanka, I think the architect that we have, I would like to take you and just give a vote of thanks, a formal vote of thanks.
Pooja, you were lovely today. You have so much of energy, which is like spreading to everyone here. I wasn't aware. I have honestly not heard you online because I'm not into it. But I was surprised you could modulate in a second. Like that's the finished which you bring in. Amazing work, Pooja. And thank you for enlightening. And trust me, I have few questions for you. But as and when we have second episode, I want to know much more about your struggle and things how you went through being a female in the industry and how you
Yes.
came out as a winner and your journey with BG ma'am also we would like to understand know your good points with her. Yeah, thank you so much, Pooja, for being and giving us so much of courage and enlightenment.
Thank
Thank you,
you all
everyone.
for being here. Thank you,
Thank
Pooja. It was lovely, and we definitely want you back again.
Thank you,
Guys,
Vijay
please
ma'am.
stay back.
Nice to you. Bye bye. Bye,
Thank you.
guys.
God bless. God bless. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye, thank you.
You all can stay, please. Okay. I am so sorry. It was a really difficult day for me today to come on time. I tried my best, but this is what I could do. Anyways, such things do happen in life. कभी कभी क्या है ना, हम प्रिपेयर होते हैं कुछ चीज के लिए पर और कुछ आ जाता है, तब कितना डिफिकल्ट या कितना आसान होता है आप लोगों को उसमें से बाहर आने के लिए. We take this question. Like you have planned something, you know, and things are like going on according to your plan, but later on you find that it's not working and suddenly you have to cope up with a number of things. How do you react or respond in such a situation?
I can start.
Yes, Priyanka.
So usually it happens. So as per plan or as per schedule. So initially it feels frustrated.
Mm,
And in due course, I understand now this is what it is. I have to accept. It is always the mental thing which happens first, which takes
yes.
time to understand कि हाँ ये जो हो रहा है अच्छे के लिए हो रहा है. Yeah, it is that way only.
Yeah. So you have to just think about what is the tenure that you take to come back and decide that okay, this is it, I need to accept it. टाइम कितना लगता है?
जाता है 1-2 दिन जाता है. It's not easily accepted
एक दो
because
दिन
हाँ 1-2 दिन जाते हैं. Because
ओके.
it is not easy to accept failure तो नहीं होगा ना पहला कि
करेक्ट.
हार नहीं माना जाता. कैसे नहीं हुआ, क्यों नहीं हो रहा है, this
So the
speculation is always
overthinking goes on for at least 2 days.
yes, at least 2 days.
All right.
Let's see what others have to say. How is their strategy about dealing with sudden changes? Yes, who would like to answer?
BJ, I would like to start.
Yeah,
So the
just a minute.
first thing,
Just a minute,
yes,
Harshada. Nolan, if you want to go, you can leave. He's left, right? He had an appointment. Just a minute, Harshada. Yes,
yes,
tell me.
yes. So the first thing, as Priyanka said, that you have to accept it mentally, that this is going to happen. And my second thing, it would be just think calmly. You need to be calm at that moment, and you just need to be go with the flow and just plan very well so that you can do on priority what things are important for you.
Yeah, so the planning, priority, and all that will come after you have accepted the situation as it is, correct?
Correct, correct, correct.
Huh. So for you also, it takes around 2 days.
No, no,
How
it
much
doesn't
time
take
does it
that
take for
much
you?
time. Depends on the situation. um,
Achha.
I accept it, yeah, within no time. Once I
All
accept
right.
it as it is. Yes, yes,
So as the moment comes, first you think about what can I do
yes,
next. So you are not
Yes,
hooked
correct.
on the problem, you are trying to find the solutions.
Solutions, correct.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Who else? Darsh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the question is like, if you are faced with a sudden change in plans, how is
Yeah.
your reaction?
Ma'am, actually, for some time I become very angry on me because I had made the whole schedule for today and I was not able to follow it. I try to make myself calm, but I'm not able to do for it sometime. But after the thing has been done, I'm little bit calm, but I'm not able to forget it for 1 2 days.
Same
Uh,
way.
this had happened with me today only. Before Pooja ma'am was coming in the meeting, actually my friends were at home. We were going to play, and actually, I had made my 2 to 3 questions, but at the last one, I think I was not appropriate with that, so I was not able to get it, and I was more tense, and it was only 15 to 20 minutes left. So
Yeah.
I went on Google and just seen and just removed one question and just done it. That's why I was
No, but they
little.
were beautiful questions. I was about to ask you to ask the question, and they were beautiful. Though in the last moment you did it, it was really beautiful. But then she had to leave, so we could not take the questions. But definitely keep those questions. Next time we will use it.
Okay.
So, in spite of being angry that the last moment there has been
Mm.
change, you did work towards it, right?
Yeah.
And now that you did not get an opportunity to speak or ask, what happened? Like, I mean, are you able to manage it?
Yeah, I was, but I think I should have got the opportunity so that my little work would be less.
Would be used up. Yeah.
Uh,
Such
and
was
I
the
don't
case
think
with
it later that
everyone.
these questions are not valuable or that things. That's why.
No, no. The questions are very good and they are valuable. Definitely, we will ask her to come once again whenever it happens, and we will be asking these questions. So for me, the problem that I faced was I have asked all of you to prepare the questions. You have prepared and you're excited to ask. And I also had to respect her time.
Yeah.
So when I came to know that she has to go by a particular time, I said, come on now, what can I do?
Mhm.
So anyway, Akshara, you were lucky to have been asked first and you could ask your question. But anyways, there is a time for everything. So one of the strategies that I do is I say the best is happening now. सो जिसने पूछा जितना बोल पाए जो बोल पाए वो सब अच्छा ही है. So never ever be offended or feel bad about something not happening. It's not easy because in that space, in that time, that was the best that could happen.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. So once you have that acceptance, and you don't resist the situation, resist what is happening, then it becomes easier to handle.
Yeah.
Okay. So may I ask Dia? Thank you, Darsh. May I ask Dia, how is it for you?
For me, to handle a situation, I need to first understand what was the cause. Then I'll make myself understand like this was the problem. So we couldn't go to the according to the plan. So we had to change. First, I make myself calm. Then I'll understand why is it. If someone is getting angry, as Durst said, I would make that person understand why is it going wrong. What is it? Then I'll face the situation in a proper manner.
So you'll do a lot of analysis and convincing, correct?
Yes.
So does the analysis go on for days or is it just concluded that day itself?
No, it goes on for days, like 1 or 2 days.
1 or 2 days is a pretty long time. We must work on that getting
Yeah.
reduced. Thank you, Dia.
Thank you.
So Arna, tell me, how is it for you?
For me, like as a person, I'm very organized. So for being
Acha.
being spontaneous is not my cup of tea. But
Don't like surprises.
no,
So when it happens, what do you do?
if it happens, then like I have to accept the situation as it is because it's not in my hand. So
Okay.
I try to work on what I can do.
But don't you get frustrated or irritated that अरे ये ऐसा हो गया?
Yeah, like at the moment, yes.
And then you sort of accept it.
Yes.
So does acceptance comes naturally to you, or you have to literally, self-talk yourself into accepting the situation?
I have to self-talk.
You have to self-talk. So was it like this earlier also, or have you learned this way to solve the problem?
I think naturally only with time.
With time you learned this, huh? So it is a very nice way where you have started at this young age to solve it. हम लोग कभी भी नहीं solve कर सकते. Sometimes we get hyper at times. Like Kriti, for example. I'll go to Kriti. Thank you, Arna, for your inputs. Yes, Kriti. अगर कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई तो दिमाग फटता है ना? बहुत ज्यादा. तो अभी आरना ने बताया कि उसको समय लगा, बट वो उस चीज को एक्सेप्ट कर लेती है. तो आपको एक्सेप्ट करने में क्या दिक्कत होती है? व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम वेयर यू आर नॉट एबल टू एक्सेप्ट कि ऐसा हुआ?
काफी बार हुआ है, ट्राई करती हूँ कि करूँ लेकिन नहीं होता.
Not able to manage your anger. So can anybody in this group give her a solution by which she can manage her anger? Anybody who's conquered your anger? Harshada, you told me that you do not get that hyper or angry. You just are able to find out the best solution.
Yes. So, BG, for that purpose, no, we need to learn the adaptability and flexibility
Yes.
for the situations. And
Can you repeat that? Adaptability
and flexibility.
Yes.
You need to be flexible with yourself first.
करेक्ट. प्रीति, इनका मतलब ये है कि आपको एडेप्टेबल होना पड़ेगा. जैसे कि पानी. हाँ, पानी कैसा होता है? आप ग्लास में लेते हो तो ग्लास का शेप लेता है. अगर आप सॉसर में लेते हो तो सॉसर का शेप लेता है. आप जग में लेते हो तो जग का शेप होता है. तो हम लोग जब भी कंपनी में टेस्ट करते हैं, when we do assessments in the company, if a person is getting very low score on flexibility and adaptability, we definitely have problems with that staff member. So those who are not flexible, like you know the story about the oak and the rushes, right? Acha, I'll tell you the story about the oak and the rushes. So once upon a time, there was a huge oak, that was beside, and there was a river that was flowing beside the oak tree. An oak tree is very huge and very straight, and it has wings that is spread all around. And there are these rushes. Rushes means long reeds that are there. लंबा लंबा वो पत्ते नहीं होते पानी के अंदर. सो पानी जब ये बहता है तो ये जो है ना, ये उसके साथ ऐसा मुड़ जाता है, पानी के साथ मुड़ता है. So the rushes, they bend with the flow of water, and if storm comes, then they just move from here to there. But the oak stands mighty that I can stand against anything that comes. But when the storm comes, the oak can break. But the rushes just bend. So if you are flexible, if you are adaptable, you can gel with different kinds of people with different mindsets. And there your interpersonal skills will increase. So one of the qualities that you have to overcome is managing your anger. Right? Because you can see, it takes years to build a relationship, but it can take just one word from you to break the relationship. So anger is always dangerous. Anger is like holding a burning coal in your hand to throw at somebody else. तुम्हारा हाथ तो जला ना. So जब तुम गुस्सा करते हो, तुम्हारे लिए भी हानिकारक है और दूसरों के लिए भी हानिकारक है. So it's a I lose, you lose proposition. Right? So I also used to be very angry at certain times, very angry. But now I take a pause, breathing, Can you at least start slow breathing? When you get angry, start slow breathing. Otherwise, I told you, keep a book, go and write there. Last class, I told you, right? As soon as you get angry, you go and write there. Today, I got angry at so and so things. And जो भी गाली देना है वो देना है सब उस पे लिख दो. So what happens is you are recording your anger. So your assignment starts now, Kriti. You have to start recording your anger. आज के तारीख में कितना बजे कितनी देर के लिए मुझे गुस्सा आया. Clear? So the moment you start recording, now your mind is being aware that I'm doing something that I should not. Okay, then it will help you to pause. And then it will help you to overcome. And then you will be able to make strategies to handle it better. Clear? Okay. Now we'll go to Shubh. Where is Shubh? Shubh, are you there? Yeah. Yes, Shubh. How is it for you when things go not the way that you
Ma'am,
have planned?
yeah, ma'am. So
I can't see you,
actually,
Shubh.
yeah, now,
Yes. Yeah.
so ma'am, I won't be that I won't be spontaneous. Like I would accept what's happening because we can't change the destiny. Like if something happening, let it happen. It will change one or other day. So that will be the thing for me
So you mean to say you're very cool?
sometimes.
I was going to ask your parents. Okay. So now the times that you are not cool, what is the step that you can take?
Like I can calm myself down
Just have
by
to take
doing
a pause.
things.
When the thoughts start coming, you say, stop. I accept this angry Shubh. I accept this angry Darsh. I accept this angry Harshada. Are you getting me? So once you accept yourself, then you say, okay, now what can I do? So always I say, use the structure what, so what, now what. क्या, तो क्या, अब क्या. Got it? Yeah. Thank you, Shubh. Thank you all for being a part of this conversation. And I'm sure Pooja Punjabi has really given you various insights and maybe a new vocation as well. If you did not know that this is also a vocation of voicing, dubbing, and she dubs in different languages also. She has her own studio, which is called as Pot Belly. And Pooja, thank you so much for being here. We definitely loved having you here and listening to the multiple voices that you use for the various characters. I had a lot of questions, but definitely we are coming back with you once again. Thank you so much. So this is Secrets of Living a Full Life, a fearless, unstoppable, limitless, and loving life. So see you all next Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the Secrets of Living a Full Life by leadership coach Bijit Tushar. Stay blessed and good night. See you all tomorrow.